kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
I promise you, this is not a political podcast.
Jump from the deep end of the pool, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. Paranoid radio, set up the mood. 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 Set up the mood.
How I sound? Talk to me. How I sound?
You sound crispier than a fucking Rice Krispie, baby.
Shit, hell yeah, I like it. Picasso.
All right, testicles, 1, 2. Testicles. Welcome.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, my bad. I get used to doing it solo. Let me do it again. Testicles, 1, 2. Testicles.
Yes, sir. We back at it like young crack addicts, and this one just got skeeted on in the casting couch with his glasses. Tell me what's up. No Diddy, baby.
I am lost the words. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Paranoid Radio Podcast. I am Trebles Garcia. And as you already heard, joining me in the 1s and 2s is the best co-host in the motherfucking planet, Big Tank. Salute. I missed you, dog. How are you?
Salute, baby. How you doing? I'm gravy, fool. I'm good. Talk to me.
Since you weren't able to fucking join us on episode 300, you had to join us on episode 299. This is a tradition. 99, 199, and 299 are dedicated. This is a Tank fecta, because Tank takes over this episode and really ricochets, slingshots, or Hail Marys the entire rest of the 100 episodes that are coming up. Now we have almost 310 episodes in the bank, and you guys are barely at 299. That should say a lot. We are fucking working, dropping 3 episodes a week, every single week. And let me tell you something, guys. There's no other podcast in our classmates, in our caliber, of our status, working that hard. We are graduating as an upperclassman today. And let me tell you something. I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today, and I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space, and specifically my co-host, who forgave you, dog? Tank. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Oh, bro, before anything else, this wouldn't be possible without Trebles. He's putting massive hours behind the scenes getting everything done. When I tell you that he is paranoid 110%, this is just an accomplishment of what a man does when he sets his mind to it. So I deserve no type of recognition. This is all you, big dog. I'm just here for the ride. You know what? This is a fucking fantastic ride. I'm here to ride with you. I'm gonna hold your hand. If you need to throw up, I'm gonna pull your hair back. You get me? Just so it doesn't get in your face. All that luscious hair you got on.
Oh,
you get me?
I fucking love it. Yo, I do have luscious hair. I'm letting my hair grow out for the winter. See how fluffy I look from the face?
Oh, for sure, big dog. Chia, for sure. You know what I mean?
I look like a chia pet, dog. Everybody, if you don't know what a chia pet is, look it up. Chia pet. Google that shit.
Don't even tell me that Chia's animal. You're gonna hurt my heart.
Oh shit. Let me turn on my AC real quick, because we're doing this in a classic mode. Yo, I remember that the first 100 episodes of our show were all audio and no video. And we did it just like this, with our iPhones, with our fucking strings, and we're doing it the humble way. We're doing it back old school, and we're bringing you the hottest topics with the most powerful bombs and depositing to the bank of knowledge.
The bank of knowledge, for sure. Okay. So 99. Every time we've done a 99 episode, as far as I can remember.
Wait. Allow us to jump in from the deep of the pool and set the fucking mood. Blow your fucking mind. Let's go, Big Tank. Let's go. Yeah, sorry about
that. So just a quick breakdown. Every time we've ever done the number 99, it's been a fuckery of what is happening magnified, to say the very least.
Yes.
You get me? So in true Paranoid Radio tradition, just to show you that we're still here, we're still doing things our way. We run this show how we want to. Now, what you guys think? Because fuck you guys. Just kidding. Love you guys. No, but this is classic Paranoid heritage at its finest.
Word. So, I like that he said that. You said paranoid heritage. Holy fuck.
Gots to, big dog. Gots to. Okay. So before we start off anything, I do want to say that this is stuff that's happening around the world. Hashtag go Google that shit, because it's fucking definitely crazy as hell. Okay. So first story that I'm gonna bring you guys in is us 90s baby, or somebody, or let's just say somebody that doesn't always have a lot of money, or maybe you just even like the taste.
Mm.
What is something cheap, fast, and economical that'll fill you up and it'll get you out of a crunch?
Mickey D's, Nick, please.
Cheaper than that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jack in the Box tacos.
And cheaper than that, big dog. I'm
Wait.
talking 25 to 50 cents.
Cup of noodles.
Cup of noodle soup, raw instant ramen, big dog.
Oh,
This is when dollar
shit.
menu ain't got shit on it, big dog. This is where you get your leftover chips, you crunch them up, throw them in there. If you're
Mm,
feeling fancy, you got an egg, you toss it in there, you make it want to be make it a
mm.
little bit more fancier. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
They taste different when you microwave it or you put boiling water in it. How do I
Oh, a
know?
thousand and 10%, 1,010%. Whether you like the cup or whether you like the packet, it
Mm-hmm.
does not matter. You're talking about the most economical fast food that has gotten a lot of people out of binds, especially
Mm-hmm.
a late. It's great for late night. It's good for early morning. It's good for regular lunch. Whenever you want it, it's there.
Without the
Well,
word being meaning good as good, right?
good, good, good. No, no, good, good. Like, bro, I've never heard anybody say, "I don't want to eat this." I've heard people say that about beans, rice. I'm not really feeling it, but a cup of noodles.
That motherfucker said beans.
Facts, right? Facts,
What a
right?
beaner. Oh shit.
Facts. There's been times where I just don't want to eat beans. Doesn't matter if it's refried, fresh out of the pot. Doesn't matter what type it is. Or
Mm,
sometimes just rice. I just ain't feeling it. I'm not
mm,
feeling it.
mm. I hear you. I hear you.
So, with all that being said,
Mm,
with all that being said,
mm.
there is a current outbreak happening right now, and it sucks to report this, where one of the major instant ramen has been actually doing recalls all throughout the world.
Uh-oh.
And guess what it's for? As we know, ramen is pasta for the most part. Whether you call it pasta or not, whether it
Mm,
actually is, we can't really tell. I
mm,
mean, it's all processed at this point.
mm.
There is a real deterring bacteria that has been able to advance. And I'm not telling you it's worldwide. I'm not even saying that. As of right now, there's only been 6 reported cases.
Mm.
And for the most part, it's been 4 kids and 1 adult.
Okay.
Okay. Or
Hmm.
actually, sorry, 2 kids, 2 kids. I sorry, 2 adults and 4 kids. That's a total
Okay.
of 6. I was forgetting my
Hashtag
basic math, people.
hashtag look it up.
Hashtag look it up.
Yeah.
Hashtag búscalo. Hashtag go Google that shit.
Yeah.
And basically, what has been happening is people have been complaining that it feels like something is eating inside of you, and this occurs within days of ingesting ramen.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did people put two and two together?
Mm.
They have came up with the whole idea that it was something that's been living, and you have to think about it. Ramen cup of noodles can last for a while. They have an extended lifespan.
Wait, living?
Yes, bacteria has been living on ramen, and ramen has one of the highest shelf lives.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So, what is this bacteria doing to people? This bacteria is shutting down their whole nervous system and basically making them immune to almost all and every type of antibiotic, which is just fucking insane. Penicillin, which is our basic last line of defense, has had no type of cure whatsoever. But
I like the way you say penicillin. Penis.
penicillin, no, did
No, did it?
it?
Type shit. Type shit.
Uh, no, no. But with all this being said, it is just astonishing how it's targeting. I'm not gonna say weaker immune system, but younger. Because remember, as when you're children, you're more susceptible because you're immune. You haven't gone through life. You haven't ate dirt. You haven't been rolling around. You do get sicker faster when you're a kid.
Mm,
It's not until you become an adult that you're able to fight a lot more stuff off.
mm.
That's when you're in your prime. Your health it should be at peak form.
Holy fuck.
So this is what has been happening right now. As of right now, they do not want to confirm or deny, but from the intel that I gathered,
Mm.
it seems to be the main one called Maruchan.
Maruchan, Nissin are the top two brands on
Yes.
all ramen. Like, it doesn't matter if it comes from Japan, Vietnam, Philippine, whatever the fun, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this is scary because I when every single time I go to the grocery store, I bag at least. I always that you cannot have a grocery list without a box of couple noodles in there for late night chips. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not had one ever since I found out about this, even though there hasn't been an issued recall in the state of California. In the state of California, there has not been one, but it did traumatize me because why? It is good for a last minute thing. Sometimes I'll go a whole week without even eating one, and then the next week I'll have two to three for some stupid reason. Take it to work. I mean,
Shit.
that's a meal I can repeat, and it's not a problem.
Word.
Bro,
We were
so
raised on that shit. Yeah.
exactly. You throw
Mm-hmm.
some crushed up Cheetos in there. You
Mm-hmm.
get me some flaming hots in there, crush them up, throw them in there or something. You get me? You want to
Mm-hmm.
eat it with a quesadilla on the side? Fucking
Mm-hmm.
amazing, phenomenal. So
Yeah.
after I found this out, it actually gave me a deeper dive, and there's actually been a lot of, I want to say, nostalgic '90s food, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even trying to go that far, but we've all seen where. Believe it or not, what was your favorite kids drink growing up? Kids juice.
The two I gotta get the top two will probably be top three: Sunny Delight, Capri Sun, Arizona.
You just hit two out of the three right now. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest with you.
shit!
Okay. But one isn't necessarily connected to bacteria. It's
Mm,
more of something that was found in there.
uh-huh,
So let's start off with the next one.
uh-huh.
Capri Sun
Mm,
actually has had four lawsuits filed against them
yeah.
for finding earth. Oh, sorry, not earth. Worm-like creatures in the containers. Inside living worms.
Why is
Living.
that happening? You're talking about Arizona cans, like the
No, no,
Arizona
no, no,
can
no, no. Capri Sun. Capri Sun.
Capri Sun?
Capri Sun has actually had four lawsuits since the year 2010 and coming forward. There has been no type of explanation given, just that it must have been a contaminating issue. But there has been worms found. So that has to say one thing. Either the source where they're breeding at, something got in one way or another,
Mm,
or the bacteria that when they produced it was not clean enough and it was able to evolve from it, which takes a lot because you have to think about it. Bacteria are small, microscopic, atomic level.
mm.
Yeah, I mean, for it to grow to that massive proportion of a worm is just fucking insane.
Yo,
And that's
I
one of the most nostalgic things. Fucking, what do you do? Like realistically, what the fuck do you do?
well they now I think that's why because of those lawsuits now they have a clear bottom. The baggie
Hey,
has a clear bottom.
so the newer ones, they still have
Yeah.
the nostalgic ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the newer ones do have a clear bottom, which is just fucking insane, bro. When you actually think about it, because bro, every time you went on field trip, you were at home, fucking pop them open like nothing. I honestly thought it was juice for the longest time possible.
Mm.
I really did. I turned to find out it's just corn syrup, fucking non-carbonated drink. That's all it is. It's basically sort of just non-carbonated.
I like the
Um,
way that you said corn because I'm gonna pivot into that right now. Once you finish your rants, we're gonna go into some deep shit right now, homie.
bro, and I'm gonna bring you the last final one that I found.
Uh-oh.
A whole pallet out in, I believe it was mid US,
Uh-huh.
was actually found with body parts, contaminated body parts in an Arizona shipment. Arizona, the drink. They said this was an accidental. Um, there's a
How
lot
do
of
you get accidental body parts, dog? In the valley, homie. How is that
they
an accident?
well, see, okay. So for a lot of people that don't know anatomy, people people stated that it was quote unquote human parts, but the official report was that it was a raccoon that had gone in there. And I'll give you that. Raccoon do have hands that are very similar. Obviously, the eyes, you can't tell anything else. You get me? But they were finding all these crazy body parts in there.
Oh, because they
That's
do
just
have a thumb. Yeah, they do have a
yes,
thumb.
yes. Exactly. It would be a small thumb, don't get me wrong. It wouldn't be
Mhm.
anything crazy or anything like that.
Mhm.
But nevertheless, they do have that. So you can just imagine what the fuck was happening. You get
Mhm.
me? So when I tell you that three nostalgic things that we grew up with, I know I
Mhm.
grew up with them. I mean, even to this day, I remember construction stopping after work and
Mhm.
just popping open in Arizona if I didn't want to get a brew. You get me?
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
dollar 25 when it was, or I think it was a dollar still back then. You get me?
Roger that.
Which
That
is
was me.
Yeah, oh, bro, just fucking amazing. You get
Mhm,
me? Just
mhm,
with that, you'd be set. Whether you get the macho mango, whether you get the fucking kiwi strawberry, or even
mhm,
the fucking iconic, how do you call it, iced tea lemonade. You get me?
mhm, mhm.
Fucking amazing, big dog. But bro, I get it. Shit happens. Like for example, I don't know if you know the whole code. Even in chocolate or in anything like that, the FDA will allow a certain amount of insect parts of certain debris to allow skip through. People
The
don't know that.
the USDA
Yes.
yeah has a record for letting shit slide. And I used to work with a USDA agent in one of my first jobs, and yeah, they'll let shit slide, and it's
No, no,
fucking
no, no.
disgusting.
It's actually a regulation that you can let certain stuff pass by as long as it
On the
meets
conveyor
requirements.
belts and shit. Yep.
Yes, yes, yeah. Hey, I get it. It's hard to keep clean. I mean, obviously, nothing's ever gonna be perfect unless you're in a tight little bubble type of deal. You get me?
Unless you're Donald Trump, of course, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He is.
Oh
Let's not
shit.
even go there. Let's not even go there.
Yeah.
But three of the most nostalgic things that I grew up with has came out contaminated, and it's something that I give to my child quite often. You get
And
me?
it's daily. It was a daily thing for you when you were coming up, adding to being the
Yes.
nostalgia. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. And now hearing that sort of gives me mixed emotions. You get me? As it is, you have fucking everybody telling you that chicken nuggets from McDonald's have beak and everything in it. You
I'll
get me? It's
fucking
all
lay down.
bacteria.
I'll eat that beak. Fuck it, dog. My bad, dog.
or 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 the whole idea behind it that people don't eat hot dogs because it's all the leftover parts ground up together. Bro, it's just thinking about it fucks your mind.
Bro, roll
Fucks
that
with your
shit
mind.
over, dog. I'm still, man.
You right,
Gary.
you right, you right. Best glizzy globber this side of the Mississippi. Hey,
What
Trebles
the?
Garcia.
There you go, you
No
fucking
Diddy.
asshole. No, no Diddy type shit.
Uh,
All right, dog. All right. Well, let's pivot into something different, guys, because there's a lot of things that are happening around the world. Yes, they have found new pyramids in South Mexico, Belize, and North Guatemala. Let me put my notes out. This is a trip, and I wouldn't have found this out unless I jumped into this fucking deep dive. Guys, the Almex, it wasn't even Aztecs. So again, guys, there's this thing called, I don't know if you ever heard that, because it's Halloween, I want you guys to kind of like, Halloween's coming up, I'm trying to set the mood for the Fright Fest. Have you ever heard of the Were Jaguar? It's a deity,
no.
an Almec deity that I guess the witch doctors in the Aztec Empire, they would transform themselves into jaguars at certain times. Crazy shit, huh? So that's something that you guys might want to look up. But there is Amazon satellites cities that have been seen that were created to run aqueducts in highways. Listen to what I'm saying. They were created. So I'm talking about outskirts in the beach areas of south of the Amazon,
Okay.
Central America, and South Mexico that were created to run aqueducts and highways that led them to even to bigger massive cities that were designed to study the stars inside the Amazon forest. Now,
Oh,
LiDAR and Google Street has now uncovered over 60,000 new step pyramids in northern, eastern Guatemala and southeast Mexico. As a matter of fact, if you
oh.
guys go Google now, how do I know this and how do people see this? You could see it in Google Maps. How? Check this out. So you know how you see the car mapping out the cities here with the little camera on top.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so they don't do that in Guatemala or South Mexico because it's too dense and it's less populated, no roads. So what they do is they send one guy with a stick and a camera, and the guy has to walk into the jungle to map these things out. They were able to find. So if you guys go to Google Maps right now and check out Biotopo, that's one word, Biotopo, Protegido, San Miguel, La Palotada, Guatemala. Just like that, bro. Biotopo Protegido, San Miguel, La Palotada, Guatemala. And it
Sounds
takes
like
you,
a sex position.
it sounds like a very hard sex position with your toes are behind your ears. That's all I gotta say. No, check this out. Check this out. Check
Look,
this out. So if you put that, I'm gonna put that on the script on the show so you guys can check it out. If you guys go there on Apple Maps right now, and I mean not Apple Maps, Google Maps right now, bro, on Google Earth, it takes you to the middle of the fucking forest, bro, and then it takes you all the way to the inside. You could walk. You could see like the guy holding the thing, like the stick of the camera, the camera recording, and it takes you to a certain point of the fucking forest where he's right in front of a giant step pyramid with no name, covered in vegetation. They have also found skull they found skull rocks that have the face of like a face of a smiley face that's covered in vegetation. It has holes like a smiley face, literally like a fucking smiley face. And those are pillars holding another massive step pyramid covered in vegetation. And when I mean covered in vegetation, bro, it's covered in roots of all the trees that are on top of it. So that place is called. If you want to see that, if you want to see those carved out, stones, you got to go to Bonampak, BON like Nancy, AM like Michael, PAC, Bonampak on Google Earth, and that's where you're gonna be able to see those things, guys. Check that out. That is fucking huge. Now, they also found out carved out canopy treetop landing strips, like something out of Jurassic Park 3. Listen to what I'm saying. Carved out canopy, treetop, landing strips. But these were not done by the Aztecs. These were done by the cartels. So a lot of the situations that peak archaeologists are not able to fucking get the funding, nor get the permission, nor have the balls to walk into these places is because, like we mentioned in the fucking older episodes back in the first 100, these places are covered and controlled by cartels and drug dealers and drug and weapon runners. So what happens is they don't want the satellites to see where their planes are going to land, so they carve out a giant, like a cave made of trees, and they fly from the sky, they land on the strip, and then the strip disappears into the tree canopy. And so they land inside the tree canopy, dog. Trip the fuck out. And you can see that also on Google Maps. So Google Earth has said Piedras Negras it's called by El Petén. Now El Petén is a giant river that goes from Mexico all the way down to Panama. So one of the biggest rivers in Central America and South Mexico. It's called Piedras Negras. Check that out. Piedras Negras is that the entire vegetation mound that lands is on top of those fucking smiley face. It's called Piedras Negras. Check it out, guys. All right, so another one. Check it out. Element. So they also found that the element frequency was used to move these giant boulders. So basically, vibration frequencies were used to elevate these boulders, or at least pick up and make them less weight. So they would vibrate them so fast that the rocks were easy lift by people, and they would move them with other tools. High-powered marvels, dog. I'm talking about some shit. And ancient. This is gonna blow your mind. This is why I bring in the corn. Southern Mexico new artifacts are showing that the Aztecs were taught how to use dynamite. Now, not regular dynamite. Not talking about the fucking, not the black powder that you came from China. No. Timed flour bombs that work as dynamite. Listen to what I'm gonna say. As in corn. Mexico is known for corn, for squash, for beans. So what I'm trying to tell you is that they used to use corn, grind it up, make it into flour, and I just found out that flour, yeah, fool, the shit that you make your tortillas from, dog, it is flammable.
Yeah, well, I think anything's flammable to a certain degree, right?
No, dynamite flammable. Like
explosive.
It's explosive.
Okay. Explosive. Okay.
1 gram of flour, if ignited correctly, 1 gram of flour equals 1 dynamite stick. So the fucking Olmecs and the Aztecs and the Mayas and the Incas were using explosives for architectural applications, but not for military applications.
Hey, can you imagine the power women would have right now if they actually decided to cook and everything? I'm gonna fucking making me mad. I'm gonna fucking blow your shit up, huh?
Hence why a lot of women are. I'm not gonna talk shit about women. Women are great creatures. Look, all I'm gonna say is the applications for this could be huge, bro. And these guys were blowing shit up. They were blowing shit up with flour, bro. With flour, homie. I'm like, what the fuck, dog? Trip the fuck out. I mean, we eat tortillas almost daily. You know what I'm saying? It's who had tortilla eating a dynamite? Crazy shit, dog. I just want to bring that in.
Okay. So, okay, going back to the whole Piedras Negras, the river that you were talking about.
El Petén.
Okay. Huh?
El Petén.
Going back to the whole El Petén part, did you know that river has some of the most calcium, the most how do you call it, freshest water in there, even though it gets traveled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So normally when you think of the freshest, most purest water, you normally think of glaciers because it's so untapped, so rich, it's been crystallized in time. N- I, yeah, you could drink it a million times and you might never get sick. You got me? Even though it has the ancient bacteria stored up in there, something can happen, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that El Petén has actually so much calcium buildup because a lot of it starts coming from the whole asteroid hitting the whole Yucatan Peninsula,
Yup.
all the meteors that crash that have been seeping into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they have all those how do you call it, those dangerous
Minerals.
wo- yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all of those right there that can suck people up and just never see them. So
Mm-hmm.
if you really think about it, if you actually really think about it, can you imagine? Maybe that's why the forest is so dense right there that it actually covered up. I know over time, okay, we all know, we've all seen this where people can lay concrete, cement, whatever the fuck it is, they can lay it and Mother Earth will still find a way to come through.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing we can't stop. Doesn't matter what we do, weed killer, basically rip out the ground. If you leave it alone long enough, Mother Earth will seep through. You'll see weeds starting to come out through bare concrete where you think
Mm-hmm.
there is no entrance, but it'll find its way through. Can you imagine all those minerals from outer Earth? You get me? Going in
It
there.
makes the soil rich too. I assume that's why the vegetation.
Exactly my point.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly my point. So, can you imagine? So, we all know that. I don't want to get too ahead of it, but we all know that people, when they have better minerals, better nutrition, they can live longer, they grow bigger, they're taller. Okay. Can you imagine a I don't even want to say prehistoric animal, but just animals that we're not be able to see just because we can't see in there. Can
And
you
or
imagine?
tribes that are ages old that don't know the light of any other sickness because they're so healthy and connected to the ground. Yes.
No, not bro. Exactly my point. There's people. Okay, people think that because we've gotten older, just because modern medicine or whatever it is. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's not even the whole truth about it. Yeah, has modern medicine helped out a lot more? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you could get regular diseases that are not curable. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to back in the day. But could you imagine living such a healthy lifestyle that all you eat is off the earth, eating all that minerals and digesting it? There's
Mm-hmm.
countless. There's countless of people living past their 100 years in such rural areas and not being affected by even as simple as a common cold because that's how good they are. Right now, if somebody gets sick, I don't know, 3, 4 times a year, they'll
Mm-hmm.
consider that somebody in great and excellent health. You get me?
Word.
There's been people, documented people that don't get sick over 5 years, and that's that they're exposed to bad weather, they're
Mm-hmm.
exposed to malnourishment, just a whole bunch of things. Can you imagine all the stuff that their body has to be putting up with?
Yeah.
They probably laughed at COVID.
Yeah, and then also coming up from the sun, because you have to also consider that these not only the plants but the humans that were tribes inside these areas, and they have all these old, they grew so old because of the vitamin D and they're grounding themselves to the floor. Now you can't fucking walk outside without having to apply fucking sun lotion on because you're such a
Sun
bitch.
lotion's gonna be
Yeah,
SPF
yeah.
50, 100, what the fuck it
Which
is.
also causes cancer, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So it also
Yep.
makes you sick. And then you're disconnected from the sunlight. I have a fucking theory that if you can get vitamin D from sunlight and UV, then you could become gay from blue light hormone therapy through blue light that the fucking phones and computers put out. I'm just saying it's a theory, fool. I'm just talking shit here. Hey, it's not
Shit.
dog.
I
I'm
know
not
Diddy.
wrong. I'm not no Diddy type shit.
Okay. So before we go into the whole blue light thing and we get
Yo,
fucking
did you know
lost.
that Diddy? Okay, just I want to touch on this real quick because it is
Okay.
it is happening, right?
Okay.
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Paranoid Radio Podcast. What is happening? They want to deposit this into the bank of knowledge. Yo,
Bring it.
they're saying there's a big theory out there that it wasn't baby oil. Diddy's, it was who confiscates baby oil. It wasn't baby oil. It was liquid ecstasy. It was a transfer of drugs. He was also a drug runner. And it's true. When I was a raver, I used to see stickers that used to get you high. Like nicotine stickers. You put them on, and nicotine gets you the high of nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah.
LSD, ecstasy, smack, coke. I've seen it in all different forms. Liquid form, sticker form, eye drops. You're in the biggest organ in your body, your skin. See what I'm saying?
Okay. So I guess we're gonna dive into that.
Rubs
Okay,
that rubs the lotion on the
and then
skins.
rub the lotion on the skin. Okay,
Mm.
so my whole thing behind it is Diddy had just won this major lawsuit against The Rock. You get me? Which we all know is backed by a lot of influential players. You get me? And we're talking about Ciroc being backed by a lot of politicians, by a lot of rappers. There's a lot of people that have a lot of stake in it. He had just
Very
won this great.
influential,
Yeah.
extremely, yes.
Okay. So can you imagine winning this multi-million billion dollar lawsuit and then all of a sudden this hitting you on the side? You get me? Basically ending it everything. I understand that people get freaky. There's some shit that you don't see, swingers clubs, whatever it might be. I I'm not gonna say I'm mad for somebody getting freaky. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because you're doing it in the privacy of your own home or whatever you want to do, especially if it's voluntary. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Especially if it's
There's nothing
voluntary.
wrong with fucking. That's it. It's a
Yeah,
period,
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with fucking, whether it's male, female, whatever the fuck it is. You get
Mm-hmm.
me? You guys want to do it in the private of your own home.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I do have a problem with blackmailing. You get me? That's extortion to say the very least.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was just doing it out of his own guilty pleasure to do it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I
You get
think
me?
the blackmailing part and the underage shit part. That's I think the biggest things. I mean,
Well,
everybody has a fake shit
so
on their shit.
so he would allegedly, it's still not even proven, but he would allegedly there's two ways people say the whole sex trafficking, human trafficking has been going through.
Mm-hmm.
So there supposedly has been people held against their own, there has not. And then there's another one saying, which sort of does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the money like Diddy has money, and you see somebody that grabs your attention, a quote unquote escort, a sex worker, you bring them from across the world or whatever it is just because you have that type of money. Imagine having millions of dollars. Cool. What do you want? This. Cool. Bring it over next day airship or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be out of the realm to say order an escort, which is technically a legal service, depending on what parts of the area,
Mm-hmm.
and you're enjoying their company so much that you keep them.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, that's not human trafficking or anything. You're
Mm-hmm.
basically paying for service.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to
No Diddy.
you basically have to think about it is to what sense is all of this really incriminating? I mean, last time I checked,
It's a very thin line because if that person is
yes,
not consensual anymore, doesn't want to get paid for your service, and now they're stuck here. Technically, you have a slave now.
yes,
Technically.
exactly.
Yeah.
But as far as everything else has been allegation, but then I will say this: how does if somebody that's not afraid of anything, that has all this influential power, all these politicians in his back, like they've been saying, you get me the whole people coming forth about the whole Tupac Biggie murder. All of a sudden now there's all this new info. Okay, cool, no
Mhm.
problem. Um, if he really is innocent, why not use this to his advantage? What's the number one thing when people know they're right? They're cocky about it. Okay, I'm right. They start
Mhm.
coming out on press. They start releasing this.
Mhm.
How do you call it? They tell their lawyers to say this because they're
Mhm.
not worried about it. I
Mhm.
will say, why would a not guilty person be put on suicide watch because of confessions that they've had to the therapist?
No, they're trying to murder him. I think they're gonna murder him. They're gonna suicide him.
Bro, if he really has all those influential people, that's definitely the way to go.
Mhm.
You get me? Especially with his. And here's the thing, though. Diddy's being portrayed as this aggressive man that has this incredible power that can do a bunch of things, which he really can. He really can. He
Mhm.
really, at the end of the day, money talks and bullshit walks. You get me?
Mhm.
You got enough
Mhm.
money, you can make shit happen.
Mhm.
Just like how his wife mysteriously died of 40
Mhm.
year from pneumonia. You know, what I mean, which isn't unheard of, but
Mhm.
it is rare. You get
Mhm.
me?
Mhm.
Other people, though, after the whole book was released and everything,
Mhm.
the how do you call it? The producer,
Mhm.
him dying of pneumonia too. It's just fucking insane. You really think about it. You
Mhm.
get me?
Mhm.
So it's fucking wild to even think about something like this going on for decades. A run that he had, this massive run that he had. It would just be shocking. All these major names being brought out from basketball players to other artists,
There's
rappers.
too
You have
many.
it. You
I think there's too many people in the pot, and if he brings anybody out, I think that's why they're isolating him. I think this is why because there's too many names, too much money being stirred in the pot. We're talking about LeBron James, what's it?
Bieber,
Justin Bieber, all these other fucking people.
Migos.
Oh, bro.
You
Yeah.
have all these people.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, this could honestly be a bigger scandal than Epstein's Island. 110%. I think it, but, what a coincidence that it's an election year.
Look who's talking conspiracies today. Look who's
It,
Look, I'm gonna put it like
it's
this: he is going to be put in the prison with Maxwell, where Maxwell's in. That's only 10 miles away from where Epstein committed suicide. Okay, so it's not the same jail as where Epstein allegedly died, but he is with these other predators that were connected to the Epstein. So I'm just and then it's like a sleight of hand. I'm not trying to make this into a Trump political conversation, but every single time it gets a little crazy in the polls, some shit like this happens, and they keep using all their assets.
See, and that's just the crazy part. Sleight of hand is definitely happening, but now you have all these people that have been saying it about Diddy that nobody believed, or everybody took as a joke, or maybe nobody wanted to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Been saying it. You had the crazy motherfucker from Just Raven, Orlando Brown. You get me? He
Mm-hmm.
had been saying it for years. Nobody believed that. Everybody always seen him as a little cracked out tweaker that got just lost in the limelight. You get me? You have Cat Williams bringing it up. You get me? How he's been offered 50 million to give up his cheeks, and he said no. But people have portrayed him as crazy. So could all this be the whole shadow, the backhanding? Okay, cool. Hey, he's bringing out of stuff. Let's make him look bad. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's make him look worse. You get me? You have these successful millionaires, these successful artists that just came out of nowhere being basically planted, and now they're being mud run through this. I'll give you a good one. Kevin Hart. He was a mediocre comedian until he started falling into all these connections. He's a great comedian now, 110%. But it wasn't until he actually started getting involved that they're like, oh shit, hey, could he have been planted? Maybe 110%.
Yeah,
Justin Bieber.
I think he took the other short dude, the one that you just mentioned, what's his name?
Cat
Cat
Williams.
Williams. He took his spot. He took his spot.
Bro, it's freaking crazy. And then if you really think about it, it really is money being able to do whatever you want, which
It's
is
the
just the
money.
insane part.
Yeah.
Money will always have the greatest grip on hold. People will always be able to do whatever they want because they have money. And this, if it is true, that's exactly what happened. You created this crazy organization, human trafficking, enslaving, blackmailing, extortion, which is fucking amazing if you really think about it.
We have to, on the ending comments on this, Big Tank, we have to also understand that this has been happening for a very, very long time. It's just
Yes.
now
This is
everybody
not a
has their
year span.
phones.
Yep.
Let them know where they can find you. Episode 209. We got 299 problems, but Diddy ain't one.
299, but Diddy ain't one. You guys know the deal. Catch you at EKNAT626. Once again, EKNAT626. Go follow Los Cuñados Bullies. Shit's popping off. Shit's going down. Go check out Paranoid Radio. That's Paranoid Radio. No D in Paranoid, because if you got the one that D, Trebles and me gotta hit us up. Holler for free, baby.
I love when he says that shit. That is on fire. And do not forget to drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making it. Peace out. Whoa, that was good. That was clean.
Hey, relax.
Paranoid Radio.